some might not realize it, but since Trevor Cahill's recall, the 22-year-old super sophomore has put up some of the best numbers on the staff, with a 4-1 record and a 1.96 ERA in his last 6 starts. The White Rabbit has shown the Ace he is here to stay. Tonight, the Twins will counter with their ace, 26-year-old fireballer Francisco Liriano. The hard-throwing lefty is back on top of his game and looking for his 6th win of the year. Pitching duel at the Coliseum tonight. Twins ace next. Well, fans entering the Coliseum, the Beer Fest finishing up outside the Coliseum. Fans having a good time, and we're hoping for a win tonight by Trevor Cahill and the Athletics. A's will try to even up this series at a game apiece after the Twins won last night. So it's game 2 of the 3-game series, the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland Athletics. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, maybe the last 3 weeks or so, the A's' best starting pitcher has been Trevor Cahill. He's been very good since being brought back up from AAA, and tonight he will go up against a very good left-hander in Francisco Liriano. Good pitching matchup.
Trevor Cahill, no doubt, has taken advantage of another opportunity to get back in the starting rotation. 3-0. In his last 3 starts with a 142 earned run average, 4-2 on the season. He's been outstanding with an assortment of pitches, especially the sinking fastball, getting a lot of ground ball outs. And how about Francisco Liriano? 5 wins on the season. This young man, when they had Johan Santana, they thought they had the best 1-2 punch in all of baseball. And while he was healthy, they did have that rotation. Now, of course, Santana with the Mets. This young man has a great fastball and a hard slider. The right-hander's expecting to see that tonight.
Well, right now, the Oakland A's are hitting home runs. 8 home runs in their last 3 games, and leading the charge is Kevin Kuzminov.
Well, what a power hitter he has become. A fastball off the pitching from Papelbon in Boston, completely out of Fenway Park. And that was a pinch hit effort that came back the next day with a home run off Del Carmen. That followed a home run by Jack Tusk back-to-back. And last night, though, this was a monster shot, a changeup. Facing of the second deck here at the Coliseum. Not many go up that high here in left field, but Kevin Kuzminov has the power. He's starting to lighten up or hit the home runs now. Maybe with the warm weather, we're going to see a lot more home runs for a ball club that did not hit a lot in the first 2 months of the season.
Kuzminov hitting in the cleanup spot tonight for the Athletics. So it's a beautiful night for baseball. Saturday night at the Coliseum, it's the Oakland A's and the Minnesota Twins. We'll have lineups and then the first pitch in just a moment.
AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh with Corona and Lime.
It can only mean one thing.
Oh, this is a great night.
Walk is open daily. It's a gorgeous night, 76 degrees. I would say clear and comfortable. Pretty good description of the weather at the ballpark tonight. Earlier start, so shadows will be an issue for a little while.
But Trevor Cahill's on the mound, and it's White Rabbit time. Good, Trevor.
Cahill's theme song, and it came out a long time before he was born.
His parents were born. But he likes it, calms him. Let's hope it's a calming effect tonight.
So Cahill finishing up his warm-up tosses. This is the lineup he will face tonight for the Minnesota Twins. Span in center, Tolbert at second. Tolbert's a switch hitter. Bauer the catcher, Tomey the DH, Kubel in right, Young in left. Valencia at third, Harris at first. Punto is the shortstop, Justin Morneau getting the evening off. Defensively for the Athletics, Patterson, Davis, and Gross in the outfield. Kuzmanov, Pennington, Ellis, Rosales. The infield, Jake Fox is the catcher. And there is Trevor Cahill.
Hey, starting pitcher stats are brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers, and there they are. And Trevor Cahill has been outstanding. 8th start. As I mentioned, 3-0 in his last 3 starts with a 142 earned run average. Jake Fox behind the plate, catching Trevor Cahill for the first time this season.
First pitch, 6:07.
Suzuki, of course, is the DH tonight. And I say that because even though Jake warms him up and has warmed him up and caught him in spring training, it's still a little bit different, mainly from the standpoint of calling a game, just the confidence to see what kind of working relationship they have the first time. But Jake does his homework just like Kurt Suzuki. And the good thing, too, I was talking to Kurt tonight, he said DH is not really a night off because he will be talking to Kurt or to Jake Fox and to Trevor Cahill during this game, trying to guide him along.
1-2 to Denard Span. And he hits a little pop-up foul. So a catcher's work is never done, is basically what you're saying.
Well, it really just keeps Kurt Suzuki in the game as well. Jake starting the season as the backup catcher with Landon Powell once again yesterday going back down to AAA.
Strike 3 called. Outside corner. Span strikes out to start the game.
It's a good changeup, that two-seam changeup in the sense where it starts inside. Watch the ball just float back to the outside part of the plate. Great hard delivery by Trevor Cahill, and it froze Denard Span. 2-strike approach, the flat foot approach. Jake Fox did catch Brett Anderson earlier, actually during spring training against the Giants. Did a great job. And see the numbers for Cahill. 6 starts in May, 4-1. Lester never had a chance to be the pitcher of the month. He was 5-0.
Matt Tolbert steps in, switch hitter, playing second base. He was a late addition to the Twins lineup today. And he drives him to center. Rajai Davis back, still going back. He's going to reach up and make the catch near the warning track.
Check out our keys to the game brought to you by Toyota. How about this? White Rabbit, 2-0 at home. That's why he does so well when that song's played. For Francisco Liriano, back to the 06 form. We will see that tonight. He is healthy and he is very good. And for Trevor Cahill, warm weather, hot weather, keep the ball down, keep it in the yard.
So Joe Mauer steps in with 2 outs, nobody aboard. Again, Justin Morneau, the evening off.
Well, I'd like to have been in the conversation. John Gardenhire, we mentioned last night, he was going to give Morneau the night off. He said he's going to have a good night. He's going to ask me to be in the lineup. Gardy's got great control of this club, and rightfully so.
Cahill He got a glove on it. Ellis to Rosales, powers out. Cahill has a 3-up, 3-down inning in the top of the first. Bottom of the first, coming up, Francisco Lariano set to take on the A's.
At first base for the Athletics, number 38, Todd Severson. And the third base, number 12, Mike Gallego.
No score, bottom of the first inning.
Leading off for the Athletics, center fielder.
Athletics lineup tonight has Rajay Davis leading off in center. Then it's Ellis, Suzuki the DH, Kuzminoff, Rosales, he's at first. Fox will catch, Grossen right, Pennington at short, Eric Patterson at left. So a few changes tonight. We've got Bob Guerin's lineup. Young, Span, Kubel in the outfield for the Twins. Valencia, Junto, Tolbert, Harris. On the infield, Joe Mauer is the catcher. So Francisco Lariano, the very good left-hander. The second pitch of the game is driven left center, and that's going to be off the wall. Kicked around a little bit, and Rajay Davis a huge turn at second, and now he's got to scramble back. Delman Young kicked it around a little bit out there, and Rajay Davis was thinking about third.
Well, you don't kick anything around with Rajay Davis running because he stumbled. He was not going anyway. Out on the front foot, Rajay Davis, and this warm evening ball over Delman Young's head as it came back to him. He did bobble it, and just enough for Rajay to think about going to third. A nice swing following his home run last night. Rajay Davis going for two easily, but as he rounded second, stopped, and then, whoa! His feet were moving too fast. His body wanted to go back, and his feet said, let's go forward. He didn't want to stop.
Double number 8 for Davis. And Margella steps in.
You know, from our standpoint, the A's standpoint, if Rajay Davis could get on base every time, how exciting would it be? I mean, it would be exciting. And Coco Crisp comes back.
And that ball into center field, but Davis unable to get up.
They're going to give him third base. No, they're going to make him stay. That's, I don't know if he could get up. And he was being pinned down with the ball going into shallow left field. Right after home, Jeff Kellogg said that Rajay did not know where the ball was, or if he attempted or did not attempt to get up. And if Rajay saw the ball get away, then he's going to be able to advance to third base. And no attempt. Rajay picked up the ball, but count of 10. That was an interesting play. That he just did not try to get up.
You know, if he struggles to get up a little bit,
yeah, he's got to give it to him.
You may get a call there.
Yeah, you got to get third base.
Rajay Davis never really moved.
Which really would indicate that maybe Rajai didn't know where the ball was, did not know the ball had gotten away.
So Bob Guerin, a lengthy conversation with Jeff Kellogg. And Liriano's going to warm up a little bit.
Punto said he had his arm wrapped around him, and he did. He kind of, Punto had his right arm almost like he was trying to get up, but could not. I think Bob Guerin maybe is asking Jeff Kellogg for some help with the other umpires. But Punto coming in on a daylight play, the ball got away, and as he fell down, does Rajai see where the ball is?
No.
No, he does not. Then he picked it up, and that's where he started to, but actually a pretty smart play by Punto, but Rajai initially did not know where the ball was. And I think the umpires would be saying that once he picked up where the ball had landed.
And Punto's struggling to get up a little bit. If he loses his balance, which he almost did, then he does fall right on top of Rajai Davis.
Meanwhile, this time that's been taken, the shadows are gradually creeping over home plate area, which is going to be a little difficult to see the ball with the ball coming out of the sun into the shadows. And the shadows crossing home plate barely. Rajai with a big lead off second and drew the throw from Liriano. You know, it's not going to change. I don't think they're going to get a change of the call.
Still no pitch thrown to Ellis. Punto. See, backpedaling to his position.
Rajai's got to be thinking they're not going to try it again. He already threw one ball in center field. So Rajai may take off.
First pitch to Ellis is in for a strike.
Well, Punto playing close to second base, and actually he's the one trying to hold Rajai close. And the first pitch was inside. You ideally want to pitch a right-hander inside.
Another pickoff, and Davis slides back.
Twins are expecting Mark Ellis to hit the ball to second base, but if they stay inside with a fastball, he may pull it into the gap in the left field.
And Mark shoots it that way into right field, a base hit. And Rajai Davis will stop at third. Kubel got to it quickly. So Mark Ellis with a base hit.
So I thought Mark Ellis had been an outstanding second hitter in the lineup because he does this so well. Runner at second base, just inside out swing. Just a great swing and hitting ball to the right side, and not only gets him over, but gets himself a base hit because it was hit so hard. Rajai Davis had to make sure the ball was not caught in the air. It was kind of a semi-line drive.
So the A's in business here in the bottom of the first against Liriano. Kurt Suzuki steps in. 7 home runs and 24 runs batted in for Suzuki. 2 for 5 last night. Kurt's been a hot hitter. In fact, he has 4 straight multi-hit games. 8 for his last 19.
A lot of respect for the two guys at the plate, one behind the plate in the gear on, and Joe Mauer and Kurt Suzuki. And well, if we're not seeing those two guys in Anaheim for the All-Star game, I think there'd be a shock. We know Joe Mauer is going to be there. And a good chance that players would vote Kurt Suzuki, and they will have a vote. Fans will pick the starting lineup.
Kuzmanov, another hot hitter in the on-deck circle. Liriano, a strikeout guy. He's got 66 strikeouts in 65 2/3 innings this year.
And the pitch he likes to throw is the cutter slider down and in to the right-handers. Talking to Bert Blyleven, a hopeful Hall of Famer next January, voted in his final year of eligibility. But he was talking about comparing his slider cutter to Steve Carlton, Sam McDowell, guys that threw a very good one down and into the right-handers. It's very difficult to handle. 11th start for him. April, 0.93 earned run average, 5+ in May.
He was the pitcher of the month in the American League in April. Three and 1 to Suzuki, and the pitch inside corner with a fastball, and that's a strike. Liriano won his last start at Seattle.
On the inside corner, they're not going to want, at least not enabling Kurt Suzuki to extend his arms. See if he throws the slider inside. He'll get his pattern for the game if that's the case. He throws the slider cutter inside.
3-2 pitch, hit hard to the shortstop. Punto to Tolbert. That's a double play. Davis comes in to score. So the A's are on the board. No RBI for Suzuki, but a 1-0 lead.
Well, how about a home run swing here? This is home run on a changeup and a 2-run home run. That is a long way. Great swing.
Kuzminoff now with 6 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Cutter slider. What do you want to call it?
Well, it's kind of, he throws both. One's a cutter that's a little bit shorter, the slider a bigger break on it.
Hit high to center field. Denard Span. Sunshine out there. He's got it side retired. A run on a couple of hits for the Athletics. We go to the second. 1-0 A's. Jim Thome steps in. Cahill had a 1-2-3 first inning with a strikeout. Thome hits one to left center. Patterson going back. In front of the wall. He leaps and it's high off the wall. And Jim Thome will head into second with a double. Thome making a bid for an opposite field home run. We've seen that a lot in his career. He ends up with a double.
And the ball is carrying very well, but this fastball about thigh high to the outside part of the plate, and Jim Thome's power line to line, left field to right field. And no chance. That was about 3 feet from being another home run from Jim Thome.
So leadoff double. And here is Jason Kubel. Kubel swing and a miss.
It's a great job of Rajai Davis backing up. It's almost a ball that a left fielder would play off the wall like they do at the Green Monster in Boston. High up off the wall and had to carry him back.
Kubel had an RBI single last night. Twins had 5 runs on 8 hits last night. A couple of doubles and a home run. Rajai Davis still going back. Tomey's going to tag up, and Tomey is going to head for third, and he will make it standing up. So Kubel has a productive out, a long fly ball to left center field. Tomey does not run real well, but the ball was deep enough.
Number 21, Delmon Young.
What a base runner has to do is watch the outfield if he gets back on his heels enough. No way you can throw anybody out. That ball hit deep enough. And the scary thing, there's 2 balls hit in this inning. Fly balls. So 2 guys can really hit the long ball.
Delmon Young hurt the A's last night. He had the base hit in the 11th inning that ended up knocking home the winning run. And this one's driven to center. Davis back again. It's going to be deep enough to get Jim Thome home. So Delmon Young picks up his 3rd RBI in the series, and we're tied at 1.
Batting 7.
Oh, Young, the ground ball last night.
Number 19,
Fast
Danny
Derek Barton at first base, and this time getting the ball in the air, which is exactly what he's trying to do. So 9 pitches for Trevor in the first inning, just 6 and a run, 3 batters here in the second. So the aggressiveness of the Twins tonight showing in the first 2 innings.
Outside to Danny Valencia. Valencia was 1 for 5 last night. This is his 3rd major league game. J.J. Hardy, who was in the original starting lineup at shortstop tonight, had some hand issues. He was scratched late, and the Twins are a little concerned about that. J.J. Hardy, kind of a bone bruise in his hand, I believe. Disable list could be a possibility for J.J. Hardy. No Hardy, no Hudson. Orlando Hudson, probably won't see him in this series either.
Interesting, Justin Morneau gets the night off against the right-hander.
Yeah.
And more likely, well, he'll be back in the lineup tomorrow against Gio Gonzalez. Of course, last year he had a pretty good game against Gio, hitting a grand slam and a 3-run home run first couple of outs.
He is leading the league in hitting now, Morneau. I don't think he's too worked up about any pitcher that he may be facing. So 3-2 to Valencia. Double by Thome, a fly ball by Kubel, and a sacrifice fly by Delmon Young as the Twins on the board. Cahill kicks, and another payoff pitch, and this one again grounded foul.
I mentioned the pitch count, which is good because A's need Trevor Cahill to go deep in this game.
Yep.
Bullpen has really been worn down, and I have to wonder if, and I would think, that one lefty named, never say no, Breslow might have to say no tonight. He might not even be asked tonight. And Andrew Bailey, 2 guys who pitched a lot the last couple of games.
Trevor Cahill gets his second strikeout, but a run for the Twins in the top of the second. He's $10,000 for his or hers. 1-1 game. Bottom of the second inning is Adam Rosales. Takes a slider down and in from Liriano. And he's got their run in the first. Kurt Suzuki hit into a double play with runners at first and third. Fastball from Liriano. Rosales, Fox, and Gross here in the second inning.
Adam Rosales at first base, first start this season. Said in 06 he played a lot in the minor leagues at first base. Derek Barton, his first game off. He said, be ready for late duty, Derek. Just because you don't start doesn't mean you won't finish. 2,632, that's quite a goal, isn't it? Derek's young enough. Heck, he could put 18 consecutive seasons together and reach that mark.
So Barton, Sweeney, and Cust on the bench tonight. The A's currently with 8 relievers, so you're down a position player. And Rosales, the 3-1 pitch, takes outside.
Well, I see they got around to first base. You got a chance to meet him. After Thursday's game, fans are invited to meet Adam Rosales. He'll be a great guy to talk to, and he'll be on A's Talk with Chris Townsend at the Holiday Inn Hotel and Suites at 77 Hagenberger. It is in Oakland. That's Thursday after the A's and Angel. Your chance to meet Adam Rosales. And he'll probably run over there.
Sprint over.
Hey, somebody bring my car. I think I'm going to run over to that Holiday Inn. He's a good guy. His versatility is really important for this club, and especially as the season progresses. The A's just passed the 1/3 mark, giving guys games off, and Adam Rosales can get a chance to play a lot, plus relieve some of the players every day, give them a day off.
Jake Fox has not seen the lineup in a little while. He's not played in the last 5 games. Sees 2 fastballs and takes a swing at both of them. Unfortunately, he missed them both. 0-2 the count. And there's a good slider right there, and Fox on 3 pitches strikes out.
Well, it is a good slider. Just Joe Mauer down and in, and that's where the pitch was thrown. And it wasn't as if it was one that He throw to the back foot out of the strike zone. That was a strike. Either way, swing or take.
So Gabe Gross steps in. 296 with a homer and 8 RBIs for Gabe Gross. He was 0 for 4 last night. The Texas Rangers won their game today 6-1 over the Rays. And the Angels won again 11-2 over the Seattle Mariners. So he's got to keep up with those two teams. They need to win this game. For the Angels, that's their 4th win in a row. Twins fan up and over and back in the seats like nothing ever happened.
Down on those field boxes, money he pays for those seats, let him stay. Security guards going down there. They thank you for coming. Just be a little bit careful next time. Oh no. They're going to take him out. Wow.
So 0-2 to Gabe Gross.
Gabe Gross, although he pulled one to right field or in foul territory. Slider, I think as Gabe plays in this game, you see him try to stay back and shoot the fastball slider to left field. Probably played more against lefties this year than he ever has.
Yeah. Now the shadows are right over the pitcher's mound, which is still tough on him.
Well, it's also tough on Brendan Harris, the first base, or Adam Rosales, the first baseman for the A's, because right now a throw to first base from the pitcher is coming out of the sun. He has the sunglasses on, but the flip down sunglasses, it's not going to help him with throws.
Second strikeout in a row by Liriano.
Batting in the 8th position.
Well, it was a slider, and it was hard. It was down, maybe out of the strike zone.
Pennington.
Gross waiting, but it's a pretty good pitch, especially 0-2.
So here's Pennington, the switch hitter, hitting 8th tonight. Well, that slider is the pitch when Liriano came up and had the terrific beginning to his career back in 2006. Well, that's the one that, I mean, it's breaking sharp now. I think it was even more nasty when he first came up. Actually threw harder.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the velocity does, which slider right now is 86, 87. But man, when he was healthy before he had the surgery, between Santana and Liriano, 06 All-Star, because that's a year that the A's faced the Twins in the division series and beat them 3 straight.
That was those numbers from the 2006 season, but it was late in that year when the elbow started to bother him, and he had the Tommy John surgery and missed the entire 2007 season.
He walked off the mound with the A's in town.
That's right.
Metrodome.
And really, I think, Ray, this now is probably the first time that he's close to being back to normal. Last year, he made 24 starts, but he was not very good. His ERA was just a shade under 6. But I think it shows you, Tommy John surgery is still a very serious deal, and it's going to take you maybe a couple years to get back to full strength.
Rick Anderson does not even realize that Raymond's standing behind him, but we'll show Rick anyway, the outstanding pitching coach of the Twins. Raymond knows that Rick is a popular guy. Probably show him eventually, so he's going to stand behind him so he can get shown.
Well, who's Raymond going to stand behind when the Mariners come in? Griffey's gone now.
That's true.
Two and two to Cliff Pennington, hitting .204. Broken bat, a little flare to left, and it's going to drop. Rosales with 2 outs running all the way, and he'll go to third.
Those are the kind of hits that Cliff Pennington needs. Struggling as his batting average is plummeting, but good battle. A couple of strikes, fouled off one with 2 strikes, and then shattered his bat. He had asked Steve Vucinich for maybe a couple of dozen bats if he could get hits every time and break a bat. Even the acoustics, you could hear that one break it. But Husselbach Adam was off, especially with 2 outs. A ball that could be read easily by a runner heading to second anyway.
So Eric Patterson will hit. Liriano has given up 3 hits and a walk. First 2 innings to the Athletics. This one's bounced to the right side. A big hop for Tolbert. And he'll get Patterson's side retired. A hit and a walk and 2 left for the A's. We played 2 at the Coliseum. Twins and A's are tied at 1.
Just depends how much cotton candy he can get.
More cotton candy, the deeper he pitches into the game. Brendan Harris takes the first pitch strike from Trevor Cahill. Harris playing first base tonight.
Strike zone from Mark Carlson, the home plate umpire. That low strike for a sinker ball pitcher. That's perfect.
Slowly hit left side. Kuzminov has it, and he throws out Harris. Here's our Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Stu from Walnut Creek asked, what was up with Charlie Finley's mule in the 60s and 70s?
It's the mascot.
Ray, you got him. I have the full story in front of me, but I want a former player's story about the mule.
No, you don't.
One you can tell on the air. Charlie O was the name of that mule.
Charlie O, the mule. When we went in to play the Mets in the World Series, I think we stayed at the Americana Hotel. Charlie O, the mule, was in the lobby. the old Edgewater Hide House, which was across the street, no longer there. He had his own little corral outside, set up perfectly for Charlie O the mule. Had the hay, straw, everything was right there.
There's something wrong with that.
That mule got better care than any player during that period of time. Flew on an air-conditioned cargo plane. I mean, seriously, can you imagine a New York World Series and go in the lobby of the hotel? There's Charlie O the mule.
Oh boy! Pop up, and it'll be Pennington who grabs it, and that's the second out. Well, here's the story, right? Charlie O the mule, mascot, Kansas City A's and the Oakland A's from '63 to '76. When the A's moved to the then heavily Democratic Missouri, where the official state animal is the mule, the governor at the time gave owner Charlie Finley a mule that was embraced as the team mascot. When the A's left Kansas City after '67, there was debate whether Charlie O the mule should stay, but Finley said it's a gift, and I'm taking it with me to Oakland. And that's the way it is. Charlie O died in 1976.
Now
but there's a little bit more to the story. We'll tell you.
More?
Oh, yeah. We're not
can't
nearly
wait.
done. You'll find out more to the story when we come back. Adios, Charlie O. One game, Twins and A's, bottom of the third inning. It's not Charlie O the mule, it's Stomper. Top of the order for the A's. Rajai Davis stinks a strike. Davis doubled and scored in the first inning. We will finish the rest of the Charlie O story after Rajai Davis.
I don't know if we can wait that long.
It's actually fairly interesting. Delaire LaWours, our producer, digging and scratching for all information just to round out the story. Rajai Davis, a shallow pop-up, and going out is the shortstop, Nick Punto. He's got it, and that is out number one. Now, the caretaker and keeper of Charlie O the mule is a lady by the name of Alexis Barba. She's an Oakland native, and she is now the trainer for a horse named Make Music for Me. Placed 10th in the Belmont Stakes today, but placed 4th in last month's Kentucky Derby. Wow. That's Alexis Barba on the left. And she was the original caretaker and the trainer for the mule.
How do you train a mule?
That's a good question. Just sit there and don't do anything.
Come on, mule. Charlie O the mule.
Yep.
As the late, great Paul Harvey would say, and now you know the rest of the story.
That's right. 0-2 to Mark Ellis. And there's that slider, and Mark Ellis knew it right on the outside corner.
Well, we've got one of those guys who struggled the first inning, doubled a single,
Designated hitter.
and gave up one run, settled down, and put a couple on last inning, but got out of it. And it's going to get a little tougher to see with the twilight and the shadows. Which this is what the All-Star game is going to look like in Anaheim with the about the 5:20 local start time for the East Coast prime time.
A little bit outside to Kirk. Suzuki didn't do a double play in the first inning, but it knocked in a run. Toward third, slowly hit. Valencia throws in time, and that's a very good 3-up, 3-down inning for Francisco Liriano. Fourth inning coming up, 1-1 game.
MLB.tv today to see every A's game live or on demand on your computer when you are out of town. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. We are so lucky. Watch baseball and do baseball and eat.
Yeah, I can't talk right now.
Well, last night it was Peggy Lindsay delivering some delicious eclairs. And tonight, Busy Bee Bakery.
And we like the Busy Bee Bakery.
Yeah, they have come to watch their Minnesota Twins and taking care of everybody in the booth. You've heard of the Book of the Month Club, haven't you?
Yes.
We're on the Cookie of the Month Club with the Busy Bee Bakery.
Strike three called. There's that fastball that once Trevor Cahill zeroes in on this pitch, he's going to be even tougher to hit.
Well, it starts inside, and watch the hitter. Tolbert backs up, buckles the knees, and the inside corner. Strike three called. Trevor Cahill, the excellent pitch for his second strikeout, make it third strikeout.
So here's Joe Mauer. 7 in a row retired by Cahill. There's a strike. Mauer grounded out in the first inning. Ball that Cahill got a little bit piece of. And slicing and foul as Patterson runs out of room. Joe Mauer. The even count, ahead in the count.
Head in the count, 430. I don't think you want to fall behind to him. MVP last year.
easily win another one at some point. Wouldn't surprise anybody.
Well, he's not a guy who's going to swing a lot of bad pitches. He's going to be pretty consistent in the strike zone. And as long as he waits, the outfield playing him to hit the ball to left field. Rajai Davis in left center. Eric Patterson very shallow in left.
Fastball just a bit inside. So 2-2 the count. Jim Thome is in the on-deck circle.
When they tried to get the ball to come back, it stayed too much inside. Threw it a little bit harder, did not have as much movement on it.
Swing and a miss, a breaking ball. Did not strike out Joe Mauer a whole lot, but Cahill just did.
Once his windup really starts it hard and then pulls the string, and like a straight changeup the way it dropped down, and 80 miles per hour, which was a great pitch. Mauer, yeah, that's a swing you like to see from the reigning MVP.
That is just the 20th time that he has struck out this year. He's walked more than he has struck out.
Going to get the Bloomberg in? You're going to win.
Yeah, I don't have to read it.
Okay. Well, there's numbers on Joe Mauer.
Yep.
Bloomberg.
Get them from BloombergSports.com. That's all you need to know. That and a whole lot more. Thome doubled and scored in the second. He had a double about halfway up the wall in left center field.
See, that's the patience of Jim Thome. That's a great changeup. Guys, 2-0 will be swinging as hard as they could, thinking we're going to get a fastball 2-0. Thome, who waits extremely well and a long time for a pitch walk after a couple of strikeouts.
Thome, the walk with 2
Now
outs.
batting, number 16, Jason Kubel.
Some of the career numbers for Jim Thome. Strikeouts are a big part of that, but Reggie Jackson, the all-time leader, didn't seem to slow him down at all.
See all the strikeouts for Reggie?
Yeah.
That means Reggie, for about 5.5 years, never made contact. You struck out that many times, you're going to the plate 500 to 600 times a year. Of course,
Tough to imagine if you think about it.
home run hitters are going to strike out because they've got a swing, a hard swing, and you got 500-600 home runs. You don't care how many times you strike out. They're producing, they're driving in runs.
Was there a pitch that Reggie chased?
I don't remember
No,
many.
no.
It's just
He's just aggressive.
very, very aggressive, even with 2 strikes, and that's what you liked about him because I mean, he was Mr. October for a reason.
Sure.
Whether he had 2 strikes or count in his favor, it didn't matter. Just a great clutch hitter, and always said you give the bat to Reggie in postseason, and put the ball in Catfish Hunter's hand, you got a pretty good chance of winning.
1-2 the count to Kubel, who hit a fly ball to center field. It was deep enough to move Thome from second to third, and then Thome scored on a sacrifice fly. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 strikeouts for Cahill in the top of the 4th, and the Twins do not score.
Start your engines.
Well, we thought it would be a pitcher's duel. So far it has been between Cahill and Liriano. First pitch, slider in for a strike to Kuzminov. If you're Liriano and you can throw the slider early, first strike, and late, you have a chance to have a decent outing. Fastball inside corner, 0-2.
Well, 8 pitches last inning for the left-hander Liriano. First 2 pitches, strikes in this inning. I think one thing Liriano is doing, and we're seeing with Trevor Cahill also tonight, both of them, when they get a couple strikes on a hitter, they're not wasting many pitches. They're going right after them, which is a great idea. Saves the pitches and it's quick outs.
0-2 pitch, hit hard, and that's a base hit for Kuzminov. Fourth hit for the Athletics, and that brings us to our trivia question, which is brought to you by AT&T. Who is the only player in Athletics history to play all 9 positions in a season?
Adam Rosales will be the second. How about that?
Not in a game, in a season. Yeah, I agree.
In a season. It'd be better to say in one game. That's even better.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the A's and the Twins.
Well, if somebody did it in one game, then they did it in one season, right?
Well, that's a tricky question. It's a trick question because you'd say, yeah, I'd say the one guy who played all 9 positions in the same game. Is that who we're getting to?
Can't be.
Yeah. And the Twins also had one, Cesar Tovar.
Really?
Did the same thing. So they had 2 clubs playing against each other that each had a player who did that.
Going 2 to Rosales. And he goes around on that slider that was down and in, and that is strikeout number 4. So where is Adam Rosales as far as playing every position this season? Well, he's got to play center field, he's got to play right field, and he's got to get behind the dish.
And pitch? Did you say pitch?
Hey, remember that thing that Josh Hood was working on the plane?
Yeah, we saw how he did that.
That was it right there.
Josh did a great job.
So you think our guys don't work hard? That was 8 days ago, 7 days ago, probably.
That's right. And he was waiting this long to do that.
Thinking ahead. The great Josh Hood, our graphics operator.
Sitting on the tarmac waiting to take off because of the rain. We were saying, don't hurry.
Fox hits one very high to center field. Deep, but in the ballpark. Denard Span gets back there to make the catch. So Jake Fox is 0 for 2.
I do want to thank the Busy Bee Bakery, and if you're ever in Inverness, California, Sir Francis Drake, stop by Busy Bee Bakery because we are on the quote box of the month, and it contains tonight coconut cream cupcakes, German chocolate brownies, peanut butter cookies, oatmeal raisin cookies, and they're all good. Grady just inhaled one of the German chocolate brownies. It's gone. Said, you want a plate? He said, no, it's gone. It's gone. Are you looking back at the cookies to see if they're gone?
It gone.
The Busy Bee Bakery folks are big Twins fans, so when the Twins are in town, they come in. They're kind enough to put us on the Box of the Month Club, or the Box of the Month with the goodies. Oh, there it is. It's a German chocolate brownie that Kipe is holding. One that's left.
Yeah, it's dangerous up here right now. A lot of people hovering around our booth, too. That's interesting. Bert Blyleven was hanging around over here.
Jim Young came over. How about Jay White?
Yeah, it's good to see Jay White. I don't think he came in for the goodies. It's amazing, though, when goodies come in the booth. Oh, you just see people that never come in otherwise. You see people that you are not even on our crew. What are you doing in here? Gross swings and misses, and a couple of strikeouts for Liriano here in the fourth. He's got 5 in the game. On to the fifth, 1-1 game. Answer brought to you by AT&T, who's the only player in athletics history to play all 9 positions in a season. Indeed, Bert Campaneris, he did it with the Kansas City Athletics in 1965.
That was a trick question. Just say played all 9 positions in the same game.
So I said if you've done it in the same game, then you did it in the same season.
Do you know, it is possible that you could have a catcher who is very versatile. Jake Fox, for example. And let's say Jake catching could play the other positions throughout the season, not in one day.
Sure.
One game, but get a blowout and you say, well, we need somebody, a position player, to go in and save our bullpen. Jake could be that guy. So I think Adam Rosales, with his gun, he could throw. You could see him on the mound.
Oh, yeah, he did. Closer stuff.
He warmed up a pitcher in Anaheim when all the catchers were in the lineup at the same time. So Adam went out to warm up a pitcher and looked pretty good behind the plate. Actually, well, he did wear a mask. Didn't show me anything. I'd prefer to let him go out without a mask. I mean,
Cliff Pennington scoops it up and throws out Delman Young.
Trevor Cahill, 3 strikeouts in the 4th inning. The fastball inside corner. That's the big one, getting Joe Mauer with an off-speed pitch. And then Kubel, Jason Kubel, with another changeup. And Trevor Cahill is dealing. Pitch count's good, 54. There's one out here in the 5th.
Outside to Danny Valencia. Just 1 hit for the Twins. That was Thomey's leadoff double in the 2nd inning. Right there in the outside corner. Valencia struck out swinging in the 2nd.
Every pitcher wants to be a stopper. You don't want the losing streak to extend. A's won Thursday in Boston, lost last night. Trevor Cahill has done a very good job following an A's loss. Trying to do that again tonight. Just need some run support.
Right there, outside corner, 3-2.
Two same fastballs that came back to the outside corner.
So again, the payoff pitch, and again, Valencia just gets a piece of it.
Same as his first at bat. 3-2, fouled off 3 with 2 strikes. Finally struck him out on a changeup.
So a good battle here between Cahill and Valencia. A's outfield, especially Patterson. Is he extremely shallow, or is it just me?
Very.
Wow. Rajay Davis a little bit shallow as well, but Patterson almost looks like extra innings, bases loaded, nobody out.
And he's been playing shallow with everybody, including Joe Mauer, who has tremendous power to the opposite field.
Brandon Harris.
Delman Young last night had the uniform backed up against the Chevron sign in left field. Playing no doubles late.
So the 1-out walk to Valencia, and Brendan Harris is the hitter. Brendan Harris, very valuable man for the Twins. But the problem is this year, he's just not hitting.
Which leads you to think that maybe Ron Gardenhire put on a hit and run. Sinker ball pitcher, ground ball pitcher, and guys struggling at the plate, force him to swing the bat.
I mean, last year he played at 123 games, played all around the infield, hit .261, 37 RBIs, just a very valuable guy to have. This year hitting .161. You put the hit and run on, and takes away the thinking part of it for a hitter.
Well, Ron Gardenhire, of course, gives his signs to his third base coach. We're looking at his stopwatch. But hit and run doesn't matter.
And he lines that one. Patterson playing shallow, and he reaches up, well diving, and he catches it.
I think that was a fall, not a dive. I think a trip and a fall, and thankfully
he was playing shallow.
Because he a little bit on the stumbling, and he came in, and yeah, he looked back because something happened. I don't know if he had a divot, but look at it right there. He tripped over his own feet, didn't it? Look at that again, guys, because it looked like he got his
right there.
Yeah, and then yeah, his shoes are still on. Wow, what a play!
So playing shallow, all part of the plan.
Yeah,
if you're Eric Patterson, and it worked right there. We're going with it. So Nick Punto steps in. Punto popped out to the shortstop Pennington in the third inning. The Twins as a team, 7th in the American League in total runs scored. That was the reaction immediately following the play by Patterson.
Does he have to pay for his seat? Is that an extra ticket? That's the bet.
Well, where is he sitting though? Oh boy. Ray, you're the color man. Break it down.
Oh, man.
Marcellus dives. He cannot get it. Punto with the base hit.
Is that why Tommy Edge is the Emmy Award winner? Won so many because he finds those shots?
Yep. With a little help from our great crew.
Yeah. And the ball inside. And this time, Porto able to get out in front and pull it past the dive of Mark Ellis at second. Ground ball, but one that found its way into left field. Right field, that is.
So 2 on, 2 out, and top of the order, Denard Span. Span is struggling big time. But so I don't jinx it in favor of Span, I'm not going to say the numbers. Okay?
After the at-bat.
After the at-bat, that's right. I will tell you that Span is 0 for 2 tonight.
It hit a line drive, and you're going great. The line drive doesn't land in Mark Ellis's glove.
Span's batting average sitting at 269. Bounces one to Ellis. And Ellis flips to first. And Span is retired. He is now 0 for his last 19. And a couple of runners stranded for the Twins. Nice play by Eric Patterson. Much to the delight of those two folks in the stands.
Pennington.
Got to get in there, too.
Yes, sir.
One game, bottom of the 5th inning at the Coliseum. A beautiful night for baseball. Fans enjoying the great weather, the great food here at the Coliseum. None better than right here in the booth. What do you got now? A cupcake?
Coconut cream cupcake.
All right. Is there more of those in there?
Yes, sir. Brady's not getting to him. Probably should have some guys come up from the truck.
Nah.
Be happy to share.
Nah. They're working down there. They can't be disrupted. Cake, brownies, and cookies and cupcakes.
Dallas Braden, I told him tonight that his grandmother sent some eclairs up last night, and she said, "Do you think the guys will like them?" And Dallas said, "Gran, people drive 45 minutes to an hour to get your sweet, so yes, I think they will like them."
They were outstanding.
And probably wouldn't mind if Dallas pitches. She could deliver some more.
Got a 4-game series coming up next week. 2-2 to Pennington. He'll be followed by Patterson and Davis. He's 1 run on 4 hits off Liriano. He has struck out 5. He has walked 1.
Good aggressive swing by Cliff Pennington. Beat the ball on the ground.
Pennington and a bloop single in the 2nd inning. Another 2-2. And a fastball running away from Pennington, and he swings and misses. 1 out here in the 5th, and that gets us to our legendary performance brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. May 7th, 2004, here at the Coliseum, Eric Burns, a walk-off shot in the bottom of the 13th inning. It was against Terry Mulholland. First career walk-off for Eric Burns. Again, May 7th, 2004.
Is that May 7th at midnight, or was it May 8th?
Well, it was 11:59, and I think it cleared the fence on the 7th, and the celebration happened on the 8th. When you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nations. 0-1 to Eric Patterson. Patterson bounced out to second with a couple runners on in the 2nd inning. Had a stretch where he was in the lineup regularly for maybe 3 weeks or so. But not as much lately. Gabe Gross, who's been swinging the bat very well, has been playing more.
And with a tough lefty tonight, if you haven't played in a while and you're getting a tough lefty, that's what Patterson is doing. And all the more reason, just try to hit the ball on the ground, use his great speed.
And there's the slider and a swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts.
Well, if you haven't played, this is a tough pitch to try to make contact for a hard slider. Lefty on lefty. Slide at about 87 miles an hour. After the Twins lost Johan Santana to the New York Mets free agency, I'm extremely happy to have Francisco Liriano back in the rotation healthy.
A 1-0 to Rajai Davis. You know, it's funny though, Ray, you look back at that when the Twins traded him to the Mets. Santana's a premier pitcher, right? I mean, we're talking one of the greats. They really didn't get much in return. Can you name me a guy who they got in return? I mean, they got Carlos Gomez, who, okay player, lots of potential, but they ended up trading him to the Brewers for J.J. Hardy.
Not much bargaining.
I mean, it's all hindsight, obviously. It's happened a while ago, but I guess the point I'm making is if you trade Santana, you'd like to make sure that what you get back is going to be impact guys, because you can get 2 or 3 for him.
Right. Well, the third baseman on the line, Valencia, and it's just ace umpire Jeff Nelson right on top of the ball, and from the A standpoint, hoping that it hit part of the bag. According to Jeff Nelson, it did not.
Two to Davis. The emergency swing.
So where Valencia at third base is playing guarding the line, it's not so much it's extra bases now. It's just because those sliders that Liriano's throwing to the right-handers, the tendency to get out in front and hit balls down the line. That's pretty good positioning. It does take extra base hits away, and especially if a slower type slider is hit, Sparky Lyle and Ron Guidry pitching for the Yankees. Greg Nettles played third base and kind of got a sign, or was able to see when the catcher called the slider. He cheated a little bit more, a step or two, because a lot of balls were hit that direction and made some great plays.
This one, line foul by Rajai Davis. So here's the trade, right? Johan Santana to the Mets for Carlos Gomez, Phil Humber, Kevin Mulvey, Yolis Rora. Your facial reaction tells it all.
Johan signed for a lot of money for a lot of years.
Yeah. Another 3-2. Liriano to Rajai Davis. Another foul ball. But as bad as that trade may have been for the Twins, the trade they made with the Giants turned out to be just the opposite. It turned out to be an absolute steal for the Twins. Nathan Liriano, A.J. Brzezinski a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was an outstanding trade for the Twins that will always be remembered. Because Joe Nathan's on the disabled list, but Liriano and Brzezinski was there 1 year and it upset so many people they got rid of him.
Yeah.
It can upset some people.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that none of us are really surprised by that. And Rajai Davis, a terrific at-bat, and he gets the 2-out walk.
And that's a 10-pitch at-bat for Rajai, and he'll be visiting Francesco's restaurant on Higginberger and hit it for 2. 10-pitch at-bat, reaches base and a walk. Yeah, let's see if he can get him in scoring position. See what kind of move Liriano has. Tiramisu at Francesco's is good too.
So you've gone to the dessert rack.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Ellis, 1 for 2.
Rajai's going to draw some throws. At least he is going to see the move. And that time Liriano, as a lot of left-handers will do, he threw to first, but all the while looking to home. Trying to fool the base runner a little bit, but that's a common move by a left-hander.
Davis not going, and Ellis fouls it back. Ellis single in the first, struck out looking in the third. Fastball inside corner, called the strike. So Mark Ellis, tough task, behind in the count to Liriano, 0-2. Rajai Davis, very good lead at first. Not running, and a swing and a miss on the slider again. 8 strikeouts, 3 of them coming here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're headed to the 6th, still tied at 1. California is brought to you by Cache Creek's Splash of Cash with hundreds of prizes every day until July 5th. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. 1-1 game, 6th inning, and it'll be Trevor Cahill facing Tolbert, Mauer, and Thome.
Both pitchers have a 3-strikeout inning. So it's been a lot of strikeouts for both Cahill and Liriano. Both pitchers just a little bit over 70 pitches, 75 now for Cahill.
Cahill 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He's had very good control of his off-speed stuff tonight. And now full count.
It's just too far outside. You've got to get it close enough to get a hitter to swing at a pitch that's close.
And he swings at a pitch that was down and out of the strike zone. Cahill will take it. Strikeout number 6.
Hard sinker down out of the strike zone, and Tolbert, who started the at-bat 0-2, another hitter, flat foot swing on 2 strikes.
Here's Mauer. Mauer rolls the first pitch foul over to the first base coach, Jerry White. Mauer is 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch there.
Now that was thrown very hard, and you cannot expect to fool Mauer. You have to throw the ball hard enough so he does back up off the plate. Kind of freezing to where he cannot pull the trigger, cannot swing the bat.
Driven to left field. Patterson going back, still going back, and that is over his head, and it one-hops the wall. One-hops over the wall. And that right there, folks, is vintage Joe Mauer.
Well, that's also why you don't play him as shallow as he was. He was once again playing shallow. But you have to really be able to go back on a ball, because Mauer can go opposite field. Got a changeup. Remember, he struck him out last time on a changeup. See where Eric is, how far he has to go. Ball does not. Well, it does reach the warning track, but the positioning, you have to respect the opposite field power of Joe Mauer.
Another go-ahead run at second base with 1 out. Here's Thome. Thome takes the strike. Thome a double and a walk. He has scored the only run for the Twins.
I will say we've seen outfielders play shallow, and rule of thumb is that you figure there'd be less balls, fewer balls hit over your head than in front of you. You can rob guys of hits, but there are certain guys that you just have to throw that out the window and say, I know he can drive the ball this way. One thing speed also does, it allows you to make up some of the room, the space. If you're playing a little bit deeper, Ajay in center and Patterson on left, both can do that.
And now 3-1. Ellis playing about 10 feet out on the grass. Pennington playing right up the middle. Kubel, another left-handed hitter, is in the on-deck circle. It's a strike on the outside corner.
Jim Thome has a great eye. Off speed. Maybe the fact that it was an off speed pitch that fooled him a little bit. Might have been a little bit off the plate too.
Thome's probably all right with that. He wants to swing anyways. And he takes inside, and that's a walk. So Thome has a double and 2 walks in the game. So 3 walks issued now by Cahill. 2 on, 1 out for Kubel.
At certain times of the game, you have a difficult inning, and this might be it for Trevor Cahill. Seeing a 2-out hit by Punto brought up Span, got out of the inning. This time 1 out and a couple of runners on.
Now batting, number 16, Jason Kubel.
So here's Kubel. 6 home runs, 31 runs batted in. He's 1 for 7 in the series. First pitch is outside. This would be pitch number 90 for Cahill. Bullpen remains quiet. Cahill's pitched a very good game so far. Close pitch, but inside. 3-0. Delman Young be next.
A couple of missed curveballs and a fastball. 2-seamer did not come back enough to get the strike zone.
That one is right there for a strike. So now full count. Had great speed on the bases. Of course, Mauer runs pretty well. Thome, not so much.
They're just hoping for a ground ball at an infielder just to get a double play.
So, pivotal point in this game. 2 on, 1 out, and a full count to Kubel. Pitch is rolled foul down the first baseline. Mauer had a 1-out double, and then Thome worked the walk. And Kubel with a pretty good at-bat. He laid off that good hard sinker from Cahill, which is not an easy thing to do, but he was able to, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Well, if Tolbert had laid off the pitch, it would have been a better inning. The A's still have a chance to get out of it. This guy, ultra aggressive. Kurt Young on the phone to Ron Romanek, the bullpen. Michael Wirtz. Young has hit a sac fly and a 1-0 pitch and a ground ball on a 2-2 pitch. Now, that was a ground ball to shortstop. The A's would take the same ground ball right now. You know one thing, Young is going to be swinging. He does not take a lot of pitches.
He's got 3 RBIs in this series. Tonight, a sacrifice fly in the second. And he hits one to right center, and that's going to get down for a hit. 1 run will score. They're waving Thome home. The throw's going to go to third, and it's there, and he is out. Kubel thrown out at third. 2 runs scored. So Delmon Young comes through again.
Well, you just know he is going to make contact. That's a pretty good pitch to hit. The ball was up, stayed inside the ball. Gabe Gross again with a strong arm. Very good play at third base by Kuzminov as the ball popped up on him, but he held on, and Kubel is out at third. And I don't know that that was a matter of trying to draw a throw. They had no chance to get run at the plate anyway.
So 2 more RBIs for Delmon Young, giving him 31 on the year. Here's Valencia, and he takes outside.
Jared Blevins gets up with Michael Wirtz sitting down.
Blevins trying to work quickly out there. Valencia hits a bouncer. Pennington in the hole. The throw to first on the run, and it's a little wide. Rosales went for the sweep tag, and he could not get Valencia, so it's a hit.
Pennington would have gotten that out, then that would have been a miracle. Valencia runs well the ball, and the hole between third and short deep, and he just unloaded as quickly as possible.
Number 23, Brandon Harris.
Momentum taking him toward the third baseline.
So Rosales had the right idea. Nothing he could do. Here's Brendan Harris. Outside corner strike. Harris is 0 for 2. He hit that line drive that Patterson made the lunging, diving, stumbling catch on. This will be pitch number 100 for Trevor Cahill. Kuzminov charges and gets the good hop. Throw to first in time. 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 runs for the Twins in the top of the 6th, and they take a 3-1 lead. Is the Coors Light Freeze Can. Light Freeze Camp brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. 16,421 at the Coliseum tonight. Right now, the Twins with a 3-1 lead thanks to their 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Liriano has been very good. 8 strikeouts through the first 5 innings. Got 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th. First pitch fastball inside to Kurt Suzuki. He'll be followed by Kuzminov and then Rosales.
The Twins made Trevor Cahill work hard at the top of the inning. A lot of pitches, and so many that he might be finished. Mariano doing a good job keeping the pitches down, the fastball and the slider.
Bouncer toward the shortstop. Punto charges and then throws on the run. His throw is up the line, but Brendan Harris grabs it, tags Suzuki for out number 1.
Well, enjoy the A's baseball from the comfort and privacy of a mini suite. All you need is 6 people to reserve a mini suite experience. Game tickets and a food package, including wings, sliders, hot dogs, popcorn, beer, and water, all for only $99 per person. For more information, visit OaklandAthletics.com. Busy Bee Bakery.
Still eating up here. Now headed into Cupcakeville.
Jack liked his helmet, huh?
Yes, he did. Wore it at breakfast.
Day tomorrow, big day.
And he thanked Uncle Ray. Your Uncle Ray in our house.
We'll get a chance to see a lot of the helmets on display tomorrow.
Kuzminov, that looked like a changeup from Liriano. And a good one. 1-2.
Kuz had a changeup last night. Scott Baker, a changeup in the inner half of the plate. Liriano tonight, slider in, fastballs in, changeups away.
Up the end of the bat towards center field. Span jogging in, and that is out number 2. Rangers won today 6-1 over the Rays in Arlington. Josh Hamilton hit a home run. Interesting story there, Ray. Tommy Hunter, who we saw last year, came up from the minor leagues and pitched pretty well for the Rangers, but he was on the disabled list to start this season. He came back today for Texas. Tommy Hunter, big right-hander. And so his first start this year in the big leagues, he threw a complete game. 5 hits, 1 run, and he obviously got the win. Tommy Hunter.
Very, very good Tampa Bay club.
Yeah. So Texas wins again. They are now 30-25. Angels beat Seattle 11-2 this afternoon in Seattle. Santana got the win. He's pitching very well as of late. Angels scored 6 runs in the 6th inning. Rosales to right center field, and that'll drop in front of Kubel for a base hit. So Adam Rosales has been on base twice with a walk and now a single.
Same swing that Delvin Young had, only Delvin Young had the bases loaded. So the pitch to Rosales was away. Delvin Young's was inside, stayed inside the ball and shot it to right field. Jake Fox had hit his 2nd home run. His first and only came in Seattle in the start. Gio Gonzalez hurt in the season. First road trip. But in one of the fastballs from Liriano could tie the game.
He got out in front of that one and hooked it foul. One final note from that Angels win. They have now won 9 out of their last 11. And they have played well on, we talked about the very long road trip that the Angels are on. Has not slowed them down. So that is with the Rangers win, Angels win, Mariners loss. So the A's now a game and a half back. Both the Angels and the A's 2 games over 500. Outside corner with the slider for a strike.
It's the slider that Joe Mauer wanted inside, but it stayed away. Still found the strike zone.
Swing and a miss by Fox. Had a ball in the dirt. Mauer picks it up, tags Fox, and that is strikeout number 9 for Liriano. 7th inning coming up. 3-1 Twins.
Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
And the A's wrap up the series with the Twins tomorrow. 105, 7,500 kids will receive that. And that day will be Kids Batting Helmet, brought to you by Ross Dress for Less. Kyle's holding it. Turn it around so people can see. Oh, okay. The tickets and more details online at OaklandAthletics.com. There it is, a red helmet.
It's a real deal.
Yeah.
Air holes.
Yeah.
Like the real guys wear.
Can't put ice cream in it, but you can wear it and show off the Oakland Athletics. Yep. A's batting helmet tomorrow.
Fits all sizes.
Yeah, Busy Bee Bakery would fit in there perfectly. Maybe a new promotional item for Busy Bee.
Brownies in a helmet. So Jerry Blevins, the new pitcher for the Athletics. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Greg Breslow outstanding last night from the left side. And Jerry Blevins in tonight, 24th appearance for the lefty.
Trevor Cahill, really the tough inning he had was that 6th inning, his final inning, where he gave up the 2 runs, 3 hits, and he walked a couple. Another foul ball by Nick Punto.
.27 pitches for Cahill in the 6th inning, got him up to the 100. Thought as he had 48 through 4 in that neighborhood that he might be able to go 7. Then started. It's too many pitches from that point. So once again, the bullpen takes over.
Good battle here between Blevins and Punto. It'll be Punto, Span, and Tolbert. Gabe Gross comes in to make the catch. Punto is 1 for 3 as he flies out.
Now batting,
Now the Twins coming into today with a 3.5 game lead in that AL Central. The Tigers won their game. That just ended a little bit ago in Kansas City. Tigers 4, the Royals 2. Verlander got the win. Hoche with the loss. Cabrera, another home run for the Tigers. He's got 17.
Made Jose Bautista hit today.
He did not hit any today.
2 last night?
2 last night. 18 home runs for Jose Bautista. And there's probably some people out there going, who? Part-time player the last couple of years for, actually last year for the Blue Jays. Big story this year. Span grounds out.
Now batting,
I believe he was with the Pirates for a couple of years too. Blevins gets Punto and Span, and now he faces Tolbert, who is a switch hitter, so he swings around, hit from the right side. Those Blue Jays, Jose Bautista's Blue Jays, beat the Yankees today 3-2 in 14 innings. Margelis grabs the line drive, and Jerry Blevins has a 3-up, 3-down, 7th inning. 7th inning stretch from the Coliseum, 3-1 Twins. Thank you, Mindy. Liriano back out on the mound. And it'll be the bottom 3 in the order for the A's. Gross, Pennington, Patterson. 3-1 Twins, bottom of the 7th. .91 pitches for Liriano in the first 6 innings. There is action in the Twins bullpen. Twins bullpen last night through 3 2/3 innings gave up just 1 hit, no runs. Jesse Crane did not pitch last night.
And he is a hard-throwing right-hander. Been with the Twins a few years. Pitchers, how about Dontrell Willis? First start with the
pitch good.
Diamondbacks. 6 innings of shutout baseball to get a win, or just they won. Didn't know if he.
But they're still playing.
Oh,
yeah,
they are.
Oh,
okay. Okay.
It's like Arizona 4, Colorado 3 in the 7th. He won 6 innings. As Ray said, 5 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. So I think he's glad to be back in the National League. There's something I read where he thinks he may Feel more comfortable
Yeah.
there.
Got his old number back, so that definitely is a big help. It's like they have their numbers, but happy for him. Especially getting back in the National League where he had a lot of success against or with the Marlins.
So that start today was against a pretty good Colorado Rockies lineup. So we'll see if the Diamondbacks hold on and get Dontrelle Willis a win. Two and one to Gross. Swing and a miss. Well, the big story next week, Ray, will be Strasburg. Tuesday night is when he will make his Major League debut. Steven Strasburg at home for the Nationals against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Place will be jumping.
Yes, it will, and of course, geez, I don't know why they didn't start him on the road.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, right.
Gross fouls it at the plate. Let's also not forget, Monday is the start of the draft. I believe just the first round on Monday. Television taking over the draft a little bit. It'll be a 3-day deal. The A's will pick 10th overall in that first round on Monday, so that's a big deal. Very high pick for the Athletics. Two and two to Gabe Gross. Breaking ball, and Gross swings and misses. 10 strikeouts for Liriano, and he has got Gross 3 times.
Well, it just kept flipping the slider.
Now batting shortstop, number 2.
He tried to pull his hands in to make contact. Right there, fooled and planted the foot. Yes. That's what you say. Tip your hat to him.
Yep.
He's had a pretty good night. You see Eric Chavez back with the club.
Yeah.
He is in from Arizona for, I think he said this week, we start resuming some baseball activity. So we wish Chavez the best. Hope that he can come off to the St. Louis and get back into playing of this great game. Not a bad time to get out of Arizona. Hot.
On the ground to Tolbert, the second baseman. Pennington is retired. 2 outs.
Now batting left fielder.
A's get the first 2 hitters for the A's in this game. Each had hits. Davis, a double. Ellis, a single to put runners at first and third. And that is the inning the A's got their only run. Liriano's given up 5 hits total. 2 to the first 2 hitters. Patterson hits this one right on the nose, but Kubel comes in, makes the catch, side retired. On to the 8th inning, still 3-1 Twins.
He think he's finished. They're going to turn it over to the bullpen. 101 pitches. Nice 7 innings for the left-hander.
Be Joe Mauer leading it off, followed by Thome and Kubel. This is the group that got the 2 runs for the Twins in the 6th inning. It started with Mauer's 1-out double. Doubled over Patterson's head in left field. In the hole, Pennington on the backhand, straightens up, throws, and Rosales digs it out.
Well, Mauer runs well for a catcher. But Cliff Pennington decided after he backhanded the ball to set himself and use his strong arm. And definitely a nice pick by Adam Rosales at first base. Nice stretch. Jerry White trying to help Mauer beat it out, but a nice play on both ends. Very nice scoop with the ball bouncing out in front a few feet.
He has not made an error this year, Adam Rosales, playing all those positions. That's not an easy scoop right there. A little bit of a in-between hop.
And he had to take it with the backhand, which meant that the ball gets by him. He's actually saving an error for an infielder. So you think about not making any, but first base you're going to save some with low throws. Probably would have given Mauer a base hit, but if an overthrow occurred, they'd have taken the extra base.
So 2-2 to Jim Thome. A's have yet to retire Thome in this game. Double, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. He lines one, right field. Gross gets over there and makes a nice play. 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
A very hard shot. His ball sinking quickly, and Gross watching it right into his glove.
Jason Kubel.
Outstanding positioning. Gross playing the right depth. It's important.
First pitch to Kubel. Slider sweeps outside.
When you think of the last 2 scoring opportunities for the Twins have come with a ball hit over the left fielder's head. Last night, Justin Morneau, and in this evening's game, the other part of the M&M boys. And both left-handed hitters hitting the ball over left fielder's heads. And that's showing the opposite field power. Justin Morneau getting the evening off. He'll be back in tomorrow against Gio Gonzalez, who will be on the mound for the A's.
Kubel has himself a base hit. His first hit tonight.
Number 21, Delvin Young.
Delvin Young heads into the batter's box. We're going to have a pitching change, and when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and tune-up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Wertz coming in to face Delvin Young. Sportsnet California to be the series finale against the A's and these Twins. Gio Gonzalez, Nick Blackburn is your matchup. Gio will be looking for his 6th win of the year. Blackburn is 7th. It all starts at 12:30 with A's pregame live, then the ball game at 1 o'clock. The home of A's baseball is Comcast Sportsnet California. So we'll look forward to Gio's start tomorrow. And if he starts tomorrow, then he will start the Friday night game in San Francisco against the Giants. Delmon Young swings and misses.
Michael Wirtz making his 11th appearance, and of course against a team that he grew up watching, the Minnesota Twins from the state of Minnesota, is Michael Wirtz. So I'm sure Purple 11, Dick Rimmer sending this back to the Twin Cities, and a few of the family and friends of Michael Wirtz watching. Great year last year for Wirtz. He's happy to play at the Metrodome, as it closed last year.
And 3 pitches, Delmon Young strikes outside, retired. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It'll be the top of the order for the A's. They trail 3-1. All right, our game summary brought to you by McDonald's. 3-6-0 for the Twins, 1-5-0 for the Athletics. 5 RBIs in the series for Delmon Young. 3 tonight. Liriano, 10 strikeouts in 7 innings, and he is done for the night. So we have a new pitcher for the Twins. His name is Jesse Crain.
Well, he would be the setup man tonight. The Twins going to hang on to this lead, and he shows his good slider, has a very good fastball.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Not surprisingly, just 6 walks in 24 innings for the right-hander.
Saw a stat today, Ray. We talked about the Twins pitchers not walking people. They have the fewest walks in the American League coming into tonight, 119, which is a very low amount. 38 fewer walks than the Seattle Mariners, who are second on that list. 38 fewer walks than anybody else in the American League. Span with a one-handed basket catch, and Davis is retired.
Raji had a big swing, so Denard Span did not get a particularly great jump, and did take over as the second baseman. Tolbert going out. Of course, it was Sunday night. Similar play in Minneapolis that there was a collision. You could see the mouth, the yelling by Denard Span. He did not want a similar collision that he and O-Dog, Orlando Hudson, had. There he is. That is Orlando Hudson.
Strike to Ellis. Marcus 1 for 3, a single and 2 strikeouts. Once looking and one swinging. Last night it was Matt Guerrier who was a big hero out of the Twins bullpen. Guerrier through 2 innings. It's the 9th inning and the 10th inning. John Robbins, the closer, finished it off in the 11th. There's a good breaking ball from Crane, but Ellis lays off, and it's 2-2. John Roush.
Roush looks like the second player that you've seen that has his wedding band tattooed on his ring.
Don't
have to worry about losing it.
That is one advantage to them.
Yes.
Full count. Ellis battling Crane, and he lines one. Base hit left field. That is a good at bat, folks. So Ellis is 2 for 4.
Started the at bat 0-2, and just forced the pitcher to throw a strike. 3-2, and he did. Fastball down the middle, and Mark Ellis, very solid swing and a solid base hit to left field.
Brian Duensing. There's 3 left-handers in that Twins bullpen. Saw one of them last night, Jose Majerus. They also have Ron Nehey, the veteran. The A's made noise late in the game last night and were able to tie it up. They're trying to do it again tonight. Here's Suzuki. And he lines one. That's a base hit. Ellis a big turn at second. So back-to-back one-out hits for the A's here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that'll bring up Kevin Kuzminov.
At third base, Lindsey really guarding the line against the extra base hit. A little bit bigger hole between third and short. This ball closer to short. No chance for Punto to get to it. See the hole created. The way Lindsey was playing close to the bag and the line.
Seven hits for the A's now. Anderson's going to have a chat with Crane.
Well, the great thing about throwing strikes, you don't walk a lot of guys, get free passes, but I think in a lot of cases you look at the major league level and the way pitchers are around the plate. We talked recently about Pat Burrell. He went to AAA for the Giants. They just brought him up, playing tonight in Pittsburgh. If you can hit at the minor league level, and you've had experience at the big league level, it's easier up here because pitchers are around the plate. At the minor league level, pitchers are just kind of one step below, and maybe they don't throw the quality strikes. They're not around the plate. You get guys chasing pitches out of the strike zone.
Alex Burnett, a right-hander, has joined Duensing. Tying runs are aboard. Rosales at second, Suzuki at first. Here's Kuzminov, and he drives one. Center field. Span back, and he's got room, and he sets up, and he gets it back in quickly. Kuzminov must have got that one off the end of the bat just a little bit.
Just a little bit, and just enough to keep it in the park, and of course hit the ball to straightaway center with a fastball outside, or maybe a cutter. Good swing, but you can see that great shot there with the ball towards the end of the bat. Last night when Jack Cuss hit the ball to right center, we thought might have been a walk-off. He said Guerrero threw him just enough of a little slider that got in on the hands, just enough. He hit it well, but he didn't figure there was going to be a chance for it to get out.
Two outs, and Rosales steps in. Rosales checks his swing, and Larry Vanover says he didn't check it enough. It's a strike. So Rosales going to go for a little walk.
And this is what Vanover is looking at. And that's his reaction to it.
Twins play Rosales pretty straight up. The center fielder span just a couple of steps toward right center. Not much. Rosales certainly a guy that sprays the ball around. And Ziegler's been throwing for a little while in the A's bullpen. 0-2. Fastball foul back by Rosales. Rosales to that slightly open stance. Waiting on the 0-2 from Crane. And another foul. A's have stranded 5 through the first 7 innings. Left center, Span on the run, and he can't get it. And this game is going to be tied. Ellis scores, Suzuki scores, Rosales to third. It's a 3-3 game. That's a big mistake by Denard Span.
When you talk about a battle, Adam Rosales, 0-2, kept fouling off, and a fastball low and away. Denard Span playing in right center, yet thought he had a chance too far away. Maybe if he comes up with it, at least, and maybe he might even hold Suzuki from scoring. But once he hit the ground, and he had to worry about, if he didn't have his left fielder, it's an inside the park home run. Let's see, Crane. For Adam Rosales to pull his fastball that was outside, that is doing something. So that quickly, a 2-out, run-scoring triple, 2-run triple, and the A's have tied it again, just like they did last night.
So we'll be back. We got a new ball game. full baseball coverage, as always. We'll also have a World Cup preview. Warriors pre-draft workouts. Matt Morrison and Jamie Sire will host. So the A's have done it again. Come back in the late innings to tie it. It's a 3-3 game.
Remember the guy that got the night off?
Yeah, you said it.
Always be ready. Jake Fox is out of the game, which means only one thing. Alex Burnett is going to face Derek Barton and try to win it. It's the bottom of the 8th inning, of course, but the A's have come back to tie it in the 8th inning.
Barton, big swing. He fouled it back.
Now, the A's have one other catcher, right?
Kurt Suzuki.
And he's the what tonight?
The designated hitter.
Which means
the A's will lose their designated hitter.
For the second time this year.
That's right.
How often is that?
So you better win it.
And the A's, of course, now we have 2 position players remaining after Derek Barton.
Inside. Trying to remember, we need 3 position players, 3 extra players for the A's.
Texas that started with Frey with the 8th pitcher, or relief pitcher that is. So right now, A's hoping for anything. They'd like a hit from Derek Barton. Since he's played every game, this will be his first pinch hitting opportunity.
That one just a bit high.
That would stand to reason, right? Just like the guy who played all 9 positions.
Yes, you are right, sir.
A's have come up with these stats just so quick.
Yeah. So Alex Burnett against Derek Barton. Rosales with the 2-run triple at third. That one's driven right center. Kubel's over there. He was playing that way, and he makes the catch. A line drive out by Derek Barton. But Adam Rosales, the big hit, a triple with 2 outs that knocked home a pair, and we are all tied at 3. And Derek Barton, who pinch hit, is now at first base. And when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Brad Ziegler takes over here in the 9th. So the guy who's out is Adam Rosales.
Yeah, it's kind of a double switch like they do in the National League. Rosales, of course, it was Rosales hitting and then Barton pinch hitting, so the pitcher Ziegler's in the 5th spot. With Barton staying in the game, and he had to stay anyway because he's the emergency catcher since Suzuki is now behind the plate.
So that pitcher spot, as you said, is now the 5th spot in the A's lineup. So Ziegler takes over. Michael Wirtz faced one batter, and he struck him out.
Well, maybe Bob Guerin's getting ready for the National League. Those 9 games starting next Friday. San Francisco, Chicago Cubs, and St. Louis Cardinals. Get ready for the double switch. Pitchers are getting accustomed to swinging the bat. Ty Waller's taking them up in the batting cage, and they're hitting a little bit on the field.
1-2 to Danny Valencia. After Valencia, it'll be Brendan Harris and then Nick Punto. Pop up, and that'll reach the seats.
Interesting watching Ty Waller, the ace bench coach, as Adam Rosales, who hit the triple, came across the plate with Barton flying out. Then Rosales came back, and Ty Waller kind of telling him, you have to come out of the game. There's a double switch here. Although if you stay in, you'd be the emergency catcher. Do you want to do that?
Strike 3 call. Valencia knew it. One out here in the top of the ninth.
Well, the Frisbees wanted to be outside, but it backed up. Kirk Suzuki did a great job keeping the ball in the strike zone, and even better job with Mark Carlson calling the pitch. This guy should be the best. See the pitching machine? And the pitchers, in this case, Ben Sheets.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, for Minnesota.
He should be able to bunt.
Well, Sheets is pitching on Monday, so he will pitch on Saturday.
Justin Morneau.
And here's Justin Morneau. He's pinch hitting for Brendan Harris, who's the first baseman. So Morneau will obviously stay in the game and play first base.
That's not fair. You give him the night off. Come on, give him the night off.
Yeah.
Not a bad lefty to have on the bench. Those numbers, 372. And Harris probably said, how can you do this? Look at this. This is respect, folks. This is respect.
How about that?
Brad Ziegler can't believe it and almost throws one to the backstop. That is respect for a hitter with one out, nobody on base, and you touch the wall.
So Nick Punto will be the hitter.
The only time I've ever experienced that was catching for Cleveland, playing the Washington Senators. Frank Howard, who owned Sam McDowell. Second inning. I look over to Alvin Dark. He puts up 4 fingers, leading off the second inning. Says, what?
Number 8.
Intentionally walking. He said if he pitches to him, he's going to hit a home run, because he owned him that much.
Well, he is going to get basically the night off.
He did it.
So J.J. Hardy will pinch run. So Morneau,
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
and I got to believe that the intentional walk may have surprised Gardenhire a little bit, because you really just, well, I don't want to say you wasted Morneau, but you didn't allow him to get any swings.
But still, he's got a runner on base where he could have done more damage, but at least you've got him on first base without really having to earn it, other than Stanley.
So Hardy is the pinch runner here in the ninth. We like to say the wheels are turning. Side to Nick Punto.
Well, the one thing this might do to Brad Ziegler, shock him, because as a pitcher you don't expect, regardless who the hitter is, you're going to intentionally walk him with nobody on base.
Well, I think Ray Tolbert, the guy who's playing second base right now, I think he can play anywhere.
Yeah. Punto back at second, Hardy at short,
and put Tolbert at first.
Yeah, they have the interchangeable parts. Well, most clubs do.
2-1. Just a bit low. What you'd like to have is the hitter swing at that pitch, because he's probably going to hit a ground ball. Just a bit down.
And Ziegler watched him recoil because he thought it was a strike, and then said, what? Whoa. Actually, it was a little bit below the knees, but the pitch had been called tonight by Mark Carlson.
3-1. Hardy not running, and the pitch is fisted foul down the third baseline. So we'll see if Ron Gardenhire sends Hardy on 3-2. That's part of that hand injury that Hardy has that he was originally in the lineup tonight, but taken out.
And he goes back with his right hand, leaves his left hand, wrist up in the air. Once that brace is put on, and then he slides head first. He does want to jam it into the bag at second or third if he gets that far.
Hardy takes off. The pitch is outside. He walked it. Two on, one out, and now the top of the order in Denard Span.
Trevor Cahill walked 4. Levens and Wirtz did not walk a batter in their 2 innings combined. Now Brad Ziegler with an intentional walk and a regular 6 walks.
Now batting, center fielder, number 2.
And of the 4 walks, 1 score, and that was Jim Thome in the 2-run 6th inning. And that's the problem when you walk batters and they score. At the end of the game, at the end of the season, you just count up how many score, and that's a devastating number attached to your stats.
It's low to Denard Span. Span is 0 for 4. He was 0 for 5 last night. And that one way inside. Cliff Pennington, obviously double play depth. He's shaded towards second. Kuzmanov even with the bag at third, so there's a pretty significant hole. The old 5.5 hole.
Big. That's why Ziegler was trying to go inside with the pitch.
Patterson in left field playing very shallow, so he may have a shot at the runner at second, which is Hardy.
Rick Bowers is getting loose at the A's pen. You got Joe Mauer, who up after Tolbert, who's the on-deck circle.
Span hits it hard, but foul down the first baseline. So the count 2-2. Runners head back to the bases. There's a ball loose out in left field underneath the out-of-town scoreboard.
Bowers needed a few extra tosses, so he just let one airmail.
Yep.
Brandon Buckley was the best at that. Open catch for many years for the A's. Got needed some extra tosses. Fire one, just give him another ball and keep throwing. Probably gets about 6 tosses in while somebody's retrieving the ball, holding up play.
Little chopper to third. Kuzmanov, a nice play. Ellis's turn is a bit late, but the A's get the out at second base.
It's going to be impossible to turn a double play because Span runs so well, but Kevin Kuzmanov, especially with Pennington playing so close to second base, the ball gets past or bobbled by Kuzmanov. Shows his great hands because that's either a base hit, maybe a run scores if he doesn't come up with a short hop. And all because of the positioning of Pennington, who was close to second base.
Drama here in the top of the 9th. First and third, 2 outs for Matt Tolbert. So if you're Matt Tolbert, you're feeling pretty good right now because Joe Mauer is standing in the on-deck circle. So you know you're going to get likely a chance to hit.
Good turn by Mark Ellis, clearing his way out of the hard slide by Hardy.
Tolbert, a line shot left center field, and that's a base hit. Denard Span racing around second. He goes to third, and Matt Tolbert comes through big time for the Twins. A 2-out run-scoring single, and Minnesota leads 4-3. You know, he's had some pretty good swings.
Yes, he has all night.
Today, yeah.
All night. And this ball from Brad Ziegler, it was down low, stuck his hand out. If Pennington would have been playing for this guy the way he was, but Denard Span had been right to him, but he was shading more than shortstop position.
So Bowers comes in to face Mauer. Twins have taken the lead. Top of the ninth inning. And Twins have taken a 4-3 lead. Cedric Bowers comes in, so when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Bowers comes in to face Joe Mauer. Span is at third, Tolbert at first. Breaking ball drops a little bit low to Joe Mauer, who is 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in the 6th inning. 3 for 8 in the series. Driven to left field. Patterson back. He's got it inside. Retired. A run on one hit with a couple of walks, one of them intentional. 4-3 Twins as we go to the bottom of the ninth.
you by Toyota. Say yes to amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, yes. By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. And by Chevy, with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers.
Twins 4 and the Athletics 3. Bottom of the 9th inning. Here are your defensive changes as we thought. Hardy stays in the game at short. Punto moves over to second. Holbert is now the first baseman. And John Rauch, the big closer, picked up his 14th save last night, is in there tonight. Gabe Gross looks at the first pitch down around the knees for a strike. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Good year for John Rauch so far.
About that, 3 walks, 15 strikeouts for a closer. Don't have to worry about 3 passes, at least not many anyway. Ryan Sweeney's the on-deck circle. The A's have Jack Cust also in addition to Ryan Sweeney. At this point, when you're down by run, you don't worry about who's going to play where if you go to extra innings.
So 1-2 now to Gross, who has had a tough night. He has struck out 3 times. That was all against Francisco Liriano.
Tolbert is as close to the line at first, now moving off a little bit with a couple of strikes on Gross, but when he caught the foul ball, all they do is take 1 step. Jack does have a bat.
Pitch just a bit low and in. 2-2. Rauch last night gave up a hit. He had a strikeout. He threw 13 pitches. And now full count. Gross trying to get aboard. Sweeney waiting in the on-deck circle. He got a high fastball. He fouled it back. Probably too close to take with 2 strikes. Outfield straight away and deep. Outside corner, strike 3 call. Gross was headed to first.
On the outside corner, and Rauch, if he's just walked 3 batters, pretty good chance he's going to throw a strike. And that was a called 3rd strike, not a swing.
Number 21, Ryan Sweeney.
He was hoping, but didn't get the call.
So here's Sweeney. Sweeney is hitting for Cliff Pennington. There's a strike. Sweeney on the year, 302 with a homer and 25 runs batted in. Pennington was 1 for 3 tonight. A base hit in the 2nd inning. Sliced foul. Rauch ahead of Sweeney. 1-2.
Well, he's looking at how great would it be to get his first pinch hit. It's 0 for 14 pinch hitting.
Not for everybody, right? Pinch hitting. That's a base hit to left field. So
put up a different stat.
Yeah. First career hit as a pinch hitter.
Well, here's a nice deep drive of the game, and it was a good one. Adam Rosales, a big hit. With a couple of runners on base, the A's down by 2 against Jesse Craig. Denard Span diving for the ball, missed it by about 3 feet. And without Delvin Young backing up, Rosales would have had an inside the park home run. That's Gallego waving home, Ellis and Suzuki, and very excited Adam Rosales, who is now sitting due to the double switch. The A's losing DH.
And here's Eric Patterson. He's the 9th place hitter. Patterson is 0 for 3. Hit a ball on a line to the right fielder in the 7th inning. On deck is Rajai Davis. Big swing by Patterson, who fouled it back.
As we saw last night, the no doubles defense set up by the Twins outfield. All the outfielders playing extremely deep.
Foul tip, 1-2. Make sure you join us tomorrow for the series finale, 1 o'clock. Game coverage starts. A's pregame live will come your way at 12:30. Gio Gonzalez, Nick Blackburn is the pitching matchup. Again, that's the series finale tomorrow afternoon. Patterson gets jammed big time. He pops it up. Punto takes care of it, and that's out number 2. Patterson 0 for 4, and it's up to Rajai Davis to try to keep this game going.
Now batting, center fielder, number 11, Rajai Davis.
Rajai Davis tied in last night with a home run. Scott Baker having a breaking ball just over the 330 sign. With his second home run, first since April the 7th. Did he do it in back-to-back games?
First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Looked like it was off the plate.
Looks like he's going to hit a home run. He's going to have to pull a pitch on the outside corner.
That would have been a tough one to pull. Roush gets the call. Now it's 0-2. Roush filling in for Joe Nathan, who is out for the year, and he's done a good job. Oh, 0-2. Davis trying to battle John Roush. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball, and that's the ball game. For the second night in a row, the Minnesota Twins win a 1-run game over the Athletics. Tonight, the final score is 4-3. The Twins get a run in the top of the 9th. Roush saves it in the bottom of the 9th. So, first 2 games of this 3-game series go to the Minnesota Twins. So the A's have lost 4 out of their last 5, and they are now 29-28 on the season. 4-3 is your final from the Coliseum. Don't go